I've always felt like I was invisible. Most people feel that way every once in a while, but I've felt that way every single day. I walk around doing the same things everyone else does, but nobody notices me. Not really. Nobody cares enough to figure out what makes Rachel Walters tick. Nobody, that is, until I met Sam. He saw something in me that nobody else did, and he loved me for the imperfect person I am. For me, that will always be more than enough. I met Sam for the first time in second period world history, and let's just say he didn't make a great first impression. He strolled in, 10 minutes late for class, while the teacher, Mrs. Nichols, was writing something on the whiteboard. I attended the Bright Academy, a ritzy private high school in Sacramento. While most of my classmates had rich parents to pay the very high tuition, I didn't. I was there on a full scholarship because of my good grades. This scholarship was only awarded to 10 students in the whole country and could be taken away at any time if I messed up. That's why people like Sam Goodwin got on my last nerve. I was one of the rare students who was actually there to learn. Sam slipped into the seat behind mine and let out a sigh of relief. "I hope you have a good reason for being late, Mr. Goodwin," Mrs. Nichols said sternly. She always wore her jet black hair in a super tight bun, and she almost never smiled. She probably had the sense of humor of a lump of coal. Sam looked like a deer caught in the headlights, and I had to laugh a little. Sam paused for a minute, probably trying to think of some lame excuse to get out of detention. Then, a big, dopey grin spread over his face. "Of course I do. My toaster caught on fire." "Your toaster caught on fire?" Mrs. Nichols repeated. Sam nodded sadly. "Yes, it did. And we didn't have any cereal, so I had to cook myself some eggs. I could have come on an empty stomach, but I probably wouldn't be learning much anyway. Plus, the growling sound would be very disruptive to the class. So really, I was just doing everyone a favor." The class erupted in laughter, but the teacher didn't look amused. "Well, since it's the first week of school, I won't give you detention. This time. But I won't be so lenient in the future. Now, I would like everyone to turn to page 20 in your textbooks." I started flipping through my textbook when I felt a tap on my shoulder. It was Sam, and of course he didn't have his book. "Can I look on with you?" he asked. I sighed and held the book between us. At lunch that day, I sat in the back of the cafeteria, eating my sandwich and taking notes out of my English book at the same time. In high school, it's important for most people to belong to a group. There was Jessica Sinclair in the popular group, and Ryan Slater and his group of skaters. There was even a group for all of the nerds. It was called Chess Club. I was not like most people, and I was perfectly happy eating my sandwich all by myself. Between my schoolwork and my job at Burger Shack, I didn't really have time for friends anyway. So I wasn't at all pleased when Sam plopped himself down next to me with that big, dopey grin on his face. "Do you mind if I sit here?" he asked, as if he weren't already sitting. "It's a free country." "I'm Sam. Sam Goodwin." "Rachel Walters," I said without looking up from my book. "What are you reading?" "My English book. We have a quiz coming up, so I really need to study." He took a bite of his sandwich, staring at me like he was trying to read what I was thinking. It kind of gave me the creeps. Then he asked, "Is there a reason you don't like me?" "I never said I don't like you." "Well, you do give off this vibe like you want me to disappear." "I guess it's not working then," I said sarcastically. He laughed. "Well, I'd like to make a bet with you. I bet by the end of the school year, you won't be able to get enough of me." "You're on. But I have to warn you, I'm one tough nut to crack. You might have more luck with someone like Jessica Sinclair." I gestured toward her, and Jessica smiled a flirtatious grin and tucked a strand of her long blonde hair behind her ear. "See? I think she likes you." Sam shook his head. "There's a problem with that." "What's the problem?" "She's the lead cheerleader and she's drop-dead gorgeous. Every man's dream." "Not mine." "Why not?" "Because I'm not interested in Jessica. I'm interested in you."